Hello, happy Friday, you guys. Where y'all at? I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but I just could not wait. I could not wait an extra day to answer all of your really great questions that I've been getting on Instagram. And I've kind of gone back and forth with like, do I want to make this video right now or should I wait an extra day? And I just cannot wait. Like, I love you guys so much and I wanted my energy to be like on point because I'm so excited. Guys, hey, hello. What are y'all doing? Hi. Are you so excited? I'm so excited too. And I didn't want to wait an extra day. I'm so impatient. Like literally. Yeah, you caught a live stream for the first time? Okay, let me get set up a little bit here. I got a laptop and 2 phones because you know I'm not like, you know, what's the term? Bougie. Y'all know I'm not bougie. So I got all this equipment that I have to multitask with. So hi, hello. I've gotten great questions on Instagram. I'm gonna spill some tea and, you know, be crazy. You guys, peach Snapple is my absolute favorite. It's because there's like a bucket of sugar in here, but it's so good. So good. I'm gonna get to your questions on here. I see them flying in already. But let me get to the questions on Instagram first. And before we get started, you guys, Peter Mon mentioned me on his channel and he's like the most adorable person ever. I was totally fangirling out over him and he was fangirling out over me and it was just so awesome. And I love that he mentioned me in his latest video. It was like I was so shocked. I was literally screaming when I saw his video. And we talked a little bit on Twitter and he's just so sweet and so genuine and like, I was so excited. I was like telling Reese, like, he mentioned me, like shaking him, you know? And he's like, I don't know who that is because he just doesn't know, right? So I was just like fangirling out and screaming because I was so excited. He is just so freaking adorable. That fan, oh my God, I need one. Please, someone please send me a fan. Oh, he's so adorable. I love him so much. So anyway, that was my moment. I can die happy now. So but yeah, so tonight, this evening, I don't know where y'all at, but it's tonight for me. We're just gonna have an old-fashioned Q&A. I'm gonna try to run through all of your questions. And I have some mods. I need y'all's help. If there's a troll, just, you know what to do. Let's talk Game of Thrones. No, I don't wanna spoil it for anyone. Before we get into it, smash that like button, guys. Smash it. We only got 12 likes and 113 of y'all in here. Come on, help your girl out. Okay, we're gonna start on Instagram and then I will go to your questions on here. And I know I can't get to everyone's comments anymore. This channel was like this small last week and I could get to everyone. So I'm so sorry if I can't get to your comment. I will try my best, okay? So bear with me. Let's start with Instagram. I got a lot of questions on Instagram. Do you want more kids or would you adopt? I feel like if the kid thing happened, I'd be okay. I think Reese is terrified if we have another kid because then we'd be outnumbered. So if it happens, it happens. But I'm not holding my breath. Would I adopt? I don't know. I really just, that's expensive. I think if I could do anything, it would be to foster. But I know I can't foster because I'm a felon. So that just really sucks. It's really my only regret is like not being able to foster because I think fostering is so important. Brooke with $1.99, thank you so much, girl. Chicken nugget with 99 cents. I love it. I also love that your profile picture is your cat. That's so cute. Thank you so much. If you didn't have your daughter in jail, where would you be at now? Oh my God, dead? Like for real. Like she saved my life. She's so special. I would not be alive right now. Like straight up, not to be like too real, but like, no, Reese don't want to be outnumbered. For real, Stone, it would be another girl too. There's so many girls. The bunny's a girl, the hamster's a girl, the humans are girls, the dog's a girl. No. What was the worst part of withdrawal for you and why didn't you keep going back to it? So that's just a common misconception. I get that a lot. Why did you stop? Why did you not keep going back to it? So just to clarify, I did relapse several times and it took me quite a long time to finally just be like, I'm done. And that reason was my daughter. She was my why. That was my aha moment. That was my pump the brakes, we done, was that little girl. As far as withdrawal, I think I mean, the body aches were really bad, but restless leg syndrome just tortured me because I could not sleep. So that was so hard, but I just can't even like continue talking about it without saying, yes, that's hard, but it is so possible, you guys. It's not impossible. And I thought back then, I can't do this. This is so freaking, this is impossible. I'm never gonna make it. I'm not gonna survive. And when you meditate on negative things like that, it's difficult to pull yourself out of it, but I am living proof that recovery is possible. If there's a pulse in your body, there is hope. You can get clean. Yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. Level difficult, not impossible. How did you come up with your daughter's names? Well, I kind of like thought it up in the jail because I wanted Micah's name to tie into my brother. His name is Michael, so that's where her name came from. When I was making Riley, I was too busy making a human and I was exhausted and I just didn't feel good all the time, you know? So I was like, Reese, name your baby. So he named Riley. I didn't have a say. When she was about to be born, I think we were like 8 months along, I was like, you know what? This is a really good name, Kennedy. And it just sounded really good. But yeah, we didn't go with that, obviously. Her name's Riley. Savannah with $1.99. Thank you so much, girl. Love you too. Love you guys so much. Josh, you made it. What's up, bro? Okay. Are you proud of yourself and how far you've come? I love this question because it has taken me years to become proud of myself. It's taken me a long time to realize what I actually did. So I was working so hard to get my daughter back, and I was working so hard to stay in recovery and build a life that I didn't even realize like what I was accomplishing. You know what I mean? And now that I have done those things, I've built a successful life, I got my daughter, now I feel proud of myself. But that was hard. That was really hard. And I think I've just kind of started getting proud of myself recently, actually. In the last couple of years, I've been more proud of myself. What are your favorite books and movies? I don't know. I really like autobiographies right now. So I'm reading Michelle Obama's book right now. And the book I read before that was Hannah Hart's Buffering. I love Hannah Hart. She's so cute. So I like autobiographies. I'm like really big into that right now. And like movies, I like mob movies. Like old school, like Casino and Goodfellas. I love mob movies. $10 from Heart's Cat. What made you decide, not like you really decide, to try for the first time? I'm also a recovering addict, but I have never experienced. Y'all read that. So that's like a whole story. $2 from Catherine O'Leary. What's up, girl? That's a whole thing. I should do an entire video on that. But in short, I just had an addictive personality, and I started that at a really young age, you know? So I started with alcohol, and when I took my first sip of alcohol, it was like it just clicked in my brain, and I was like, oh, this, like I fed that monster, if that makes sense. I fed that demon, and I just got into it, and I fell down the rabbit hole with H, and then eventually the one that starts with an M. So it just took, I don't know, it took its toll on me, and I didn't discriminate. I used intravenously at the end, and I didn't care. Didn't discriminate. Okay, I'm gonna get back to Instagram. Hold on. I love you guys. 178 people in this chat. Oh my God. You are amazing from Catherine. No, girl, you are amazing. I send all of that love right back to you guys. Okay, let me get back to Instagram, and then I got you. I wanted to do like a sit down in front of the camera Q&A, and I'm just too excited. Like I just have too much energy to sit in front of camera and talk by myself. Like I just want to hang out with you guys. Let's see. Let me get to another question. Oh, this is good. This is a good one. Y'all ready? Did your parents ever suspect you were doing or selling drugs? Yes. So my stepmom was on to me. Like she knew, and she couldn't catch me. Like it was so crazy. I've got to bring her on this channel, or when I go visit them the next time, y'all have to meet them. She knew. And my dad is kind of the person that tries to ignore things. And I don't think he knew how to process what I was doing and what I was going through. And he was kind of in denial, but my stepmom was like, no, she is doing it. Like, I know she's doing it. And I would detox my body from smoking 420, and I was on probation. And then eventually it just kind of steamrolled, right? But they would drug test me. And she was like, how are you beating these drug tests? And that was because certain substances stay in your body for 2 or 3 days. And then 420, if you have low fat cells, which your girl's kind of small, I could flush my system basically. And I was beating those tests every time. And she was like, what the hell is going on? So my stepmom would like raid my stuff and she was really trying to catch me. And it was like a full-time job for her because I was just really good at getting away with stuff. I know it sounds bad. And the couple of times she caught me were like minor things. Like she caught me when I wasn't supposed to be at this person's house. She caught me there, things like that. You know what I mean? And she really struggled, and I'm not laughing at it, but like we've come so far, and I put a lot of strain on their marriage. I know I did. And now I saw one of your questions a second ago. I said, what is your relationship like with your family? Man, like it was so rocky back then that I actually didn't talk to my parents for a couple of years. And now we're really good. We're in a good place and I communicate with them all the time. I talk to them all the time. I Snapchat my baby sister all the time. So it's completely different now. It's completely different because I can see the person that I used to be and I hated that person. I was a very ugly and very dark person, you know? So we've come a long way. We have open dialogue and we talk and I'm healthy and I'm happy. So our relationship is very different. However, my relationship with my mom, not my stepmom, my mom, has always kind of been okay. You know, we have had a lot of issues in the past and me and my mom have never gotten along all that well, but I've always talked to her. I've always like maintained communication with my mom, like my real mom. And she wrote me in prison and she was kind of there for me the whole time. Like my mom was my ride or die. She really didn't care. I mean, she cared, but like she didn't care what mistake I made or what I did. She was always on the phone with me, writing me letters, sending me pictures, things like that. So $5 from Stephanie. What's the hardest part to deal with now because of your past? By the way, you're beautiful and so inspiring. Thank you so much. The hardest part to deal with because of my past. I think I have trust issues. You know what I mean? I don't know. It takes a minute to get me to trust someone. So there's that. But I feel like I've just made peace with my past. So I don't have things like hovering over me. You know what I mean? So I just feel free and I don't know if that makes sense. So I feel like I'm in a really good place and very accepting of the past mistakes that I made. And I know that I can it doesn't matter. My past does not matter. Doesn't matter. Wait, what was this question from Nicolette? What's it like being sick in prison? Did you ever experience the flu outbreak? Kind of. There were like a ton of people getting sick at one point, and there's also like mad, like it's so dirty. There was mad like infections and stuff going around, like staph infection and things like that. You have to be careful when you're going there because you don't get like proper medical treatment in prison. It's like, here's your ibuprofen and some water. Go back to your cell, leave me alone. Like that's medical. That's the care you're getting. So I wouldn't recommend it on Yelp. 0 stars on Yelp. So okay, I'm gonna get to a couple more Instagram questions and then I got y'all. I'm obsessed with you too, real awesome. I love you. Please do a day in the life vlog. I will. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but I will. It's kind of boring. You know what I mean? I kind of don't do much. I just raise some babies and go to school and make YouTube videos and run errands. Like, I'm a normal person, you guys. A day in the life vlog I think would be really boring, but if you want to see what I do, if you want to see me take care of animals and children in a house, I got you. Favorite rock band, favorite hip hop band, artist, or fave pop artist? You know, I like underground people, like Burden. If you don't know who that is, he's on YouTube. He's got some really good videos. True Story is really good. I love that one. Big fan of Posty. But like old stuff, like I like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Metallica, System of a Down. I like everything from Ozzy Osbourne to Bob Marley. Everything from Ben Harper to Rage Against the Machine, you know? I'm sorry if you can like hear me drinking. I know that mic picks up all kinds of stuff. We have 3 animals. A rabbit, a hamster, and a dog. If I could have a goat in Chicago, I totally would. Best advice for someone early in sobriety. It's hard. To just keep moving forward. Just keep pushing one day at a time and don't get, are we frozen? Did we freeze? It froze on my computer. So to just keep fighting through it, it's so hard at first. And I know it's gonna seem impossible, but it's not. Like, if I just had one person telling me, yeah, my laptop kicked off the internet. I'm watching myself on my laptop. If I had one person telling me this does not last forever, this too shall pass, and just kind of helping me understand that this was a very temporary pain, I think I would have done really well. So if you're going through withdrawal, it is temporary. And when you're in it, it does not feel temporary. It feels like that is gonna last forever. So I honestly think like that's my best advice. It'll pass and you'll start to feel normal. You're gonna start to feel comfortable in your own skin with time. But it didn't take you a week to destroy your life. It didn't take you a week to become an addict. It took you more time than that. So you have to give yourself that same amount of time. You have to kind of pour into your recovery. And just to add with that, to be very selfish in your recovery and to not put anything first. That sobriety has to come first. Why does this say no internet? Hold on, you guys. This is why I don't live stream from my laptop, because I've got like literally the worst Wi-Fi ever. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to be really selfish in recovery. Really selfish. Okay, I'm gonna get to one more Instagram question and then I'll click over. So we get this in every single Q&A, every time I ask you guys on Instagram what you want to see, every time I ask questions, like ask me stuff, I literally see this every single time. It's, are you and Reese going to get married? It's just not important to us. Like, we good. And I know it's so important to so many people, and if marriage is a big deal to you, go get hitched, girlfriend. It's fine. Boyfriend, whoever. Go get hitched. I totally understand. This lip color is Soar from MAC. How did I remember that? I have like the worst memory ever. So yeah, marriage is just not important to Reese and I. We don't think that title makes a home. We think love makes a home, and we're good. We happy. Would you dye your hair? No. I don't know who asked me that because I saw it like pop up so fast. Yeah, I feel like I'm a brunette. I'm always gonna be a brunette because these eyebrows, you don't want to have blonde hair and black eyebrows, right? I just couldn't rock it. I think redheads can rock any single color. You know what I mean? What is the food like in prison? I feel like you could answer that yourself, girl. It's basically the worst stuff you've ever put in your mouth. It's disgusting. There's no flavor. You don't get sriracha up in there. It's horrible. King, no homo, but I love Reese. Me too. I know, he's pretty. I know. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading your comments. I'm paying attention to you guys. I'm not being rude. I'm just reading them. I get that comment every time, like, why do you keep looking down? It's because I'm reading these things. Did you get prenatal vitamins in prison? Ooh, I'm gonna put this laptop down for that. Y'all are gonna get me on a tangent. So, yes, in prison, yes. When I was at the county jail, I had to fight for months for prenatal vitamins. And finally, a nurse brought me in her own prenatal vitamins. The jail, oh, look, my ears get red when I'm mad. The jail would not give me prenatal vitamins. They wouldn't. They didn't have them on the cart, so I was not getting them. And finally, a nurse was like, oh my God, you're like almost 3 months pregnant. We need to give you prenatal vitamins. So that was so annoying. I'm stuffy. How and why did you get into drugs? Oh, I get that question a lot. I started drinking at a really young age, and it just kind of steamrolled, you know what I mean? How did I manage to get in solitary confinement? Well, because your girl did not follow the rules. And I'm not bragging about like not following the rules in jail. Like, please don't. There's just certain things that I'd have to do, you know what I mean, to get money and to get paid. And that was to take things. I would take things from the guard station, from the nurse's station, and I got caught with contraband all the time. Now, contraband can be literally anything. It can be something, it can be soap. But if that soap is in the shape of something else, or you're using it for something other than it was intended, okay, then it's gonna get taken away from you. And I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But it could be a pen, a real pen, that's contraband. So, I can't believe Peter Munn name dropped you. I know, isn't he so great? He's the cutest. I was screaming when I saw that video. He told me on Twitter, hey, I just posted this video. Go watch it when you have a chance. And I'm like, when I have a chance? Everything can wait. I'm going now. So I screamed. I watched it like 10 times. He's so cute. So how long did you live in Arkansas? About an hour from Fort Smith. I lived in Arkansas for 5 years. Babe, how long did I live in Arkansas? Do you know? He's not paying attention. 5 years, I want to say. And we just recently moved to Chicago. So, are you going to step out of the prison talk and do different things on YouTube? Because, hold on a second. I do mention things besides prison. I also really want to talk about recovery and foster care and reentry, like things after prison, what I'm doing now. So yes. My laptop's not working, so I can't see y'all's comments. Let me try to redo this one more time. It keeps freezing. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't think I'm just a prison channel. I think I'm so much more than that. I think I have so much more to offer you guys. But I also think it's really important to talk about prison, and my experience with that. So, oh no, I just have to use my phone. Hold on, let me use Reese's phone. Gosh, that's so weird. My laptop's not working. Okay, let me get on YouTube on Reese's phone. I'm on my phone. So if I'm trying to read the comments, like the camera's like weird and doesn't zoom on my face. Okay, there we go. Just don't ask Jessica how to throw an axe. Hey, I got pretty good at that. For those of you that don't know, I went axe throwing with Reese. It's hilarious. It's somewhere on YouTube. It's so funny. Like, he's so good at everything. And I got it eventually. Dawn with $2. Love your videos. Thank you so much. I love you too. G-Man, what's up, homie? Kara, you're way more than just a prison channel. Thank you. I think that too. I feel like I have so much more to offer you guys, I'm not like dissing any other channel. Please don't even start. I just think me personally, I have so much more than just that to give you guys. And we are just touching the surface. We are just touching the surface, you guys. You just stay tuned. You just wait. Any collabs coming soon? Jessica, no, not yet. So I've got like 20 videos I want to get out for you guys because you're asking me a lot of questions and whatever. DLO377.99. Thank you. Do you work the steps and what do you think about them? Right now, I do not work the steps as of this moment. However, I did do NA and AA meetings when I first got home. I thought it was just really important to stay focused and be around people with the same goals, So as of right now, no, I no longer go to AA. And I have 7 years sober and a really good foundation. But like a year or two ago, I did Al-Anon meetings and they were really helpful for me learning how to just let go. Because I have someone in my family that is struggling with addiction and I just want to be like, oh my God, get it together because I'm just scared. I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen to them. And you'd think as someone who has recovered from those things that I would be a little more gentle, but I was just panicky. And every time this family member would call me, I'm like, what are you doing there? And I would just cry. And then of course that person doesn't want to talk to me anymore. So Al-Anon meetings just really helped me get a new perspective and help me have a little bit more peace, like really understanding I can't control this person and I can only control what I do. So those meetings were very good for me. Hey, babe. Hey.
What?
Do you want to come up?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting right here. I don't want him to think he can't come up. So, okay. And like walk behind me. Hey girl, what was it like bringing your daughter home for the first time? Love your channel, by the way. Love you too. It was just a lot of emotion and it was so hard. Like it was the best feeling in the world to have gotten her back, but it was also so overwhelming. I'm not going to sugarcoat that and be like, it was great. Every second was so happy because it wasn't. Like it was a struggle learning how to be a mom. And I don't want you guys to ever look at me and be like, you're the perfect person. You're the perfect mom. No, I'm not. I had to learn how to do this thing. I had to learn how to make this baby food. All I knew how to make was pasta. You know what I mean? So I just had to learn as I go. How many times a week do you bathe the baby? How many, like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. I didn't know about routines and schedules, and oh man, it was so hard. Also, Micah had a really difficult time with understanding, like, I am mom, foster mom is not mom, it's me, and oh, y'all are gonna make me cry. But just bonding with her was kind of a struggle, you know what I mean? And that was just, oh, you guys, it took a lot of time. She was very needy, very hands-on. She required a lot of attention and a lot of time. And I was working like a dog. I was working full time, and it was just hard. It was hard to give her all the time and attention that she needed. I was also alone. Like, I didn't have my family here. There were other people in my life that I'll talk about later, but I felt so alone. Like, I felt like I was just lost in the world, and I had to learn. I mean, I was given a 2-year-old, you guys. So I had to learn about a 2-year-old and temper tantrums and mood swings and grow, like how they grow and all the stages they were going through. It was a lot for me to take on. But man, I'm so grateful for those moments with Micah, because we just bonded, and our bond is so fierce now, but it was a struggle. It was a struggle. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, it was horrible. It was just hard. And it was hard learning her and figuring out what kind of mom I wanted to be and how I was going to parent and all of that. So it was definitely a learning process, but the best learning process, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm making sense. Avery, I love you so much. You're educating me, and I'm so thankful. Before, I never really, something, the comment disappeared, but I love you too, girl. Okay, I don't know if someone asked, but I was also wondering why your parents didn't take her temporarily. That's a really good question. Sometimes I don't explain things in detail. My parents didn't take Micah because my parents were in New York, 1,300 miles away. I was alone in Arkansas. They would have to come down here, wait, interview with DHS, then do a home study in New York, have Arkansas sign off, have New York to sign off. It would have been crazy, you guys. And it would have cost a lot of time, money, and resources that they did not have. So that's why. If they could have, like if they were in the same state, I know they would have. It would have been a million times easier if they were in Arkansas, but they weren't. I had to deal with it on my own. Were you spanked as a child? And if so, how has it affected you? Were you handcuffed and shackled? How was it walking in shackles? How was vehicle transport? Hold on, I got a text message. All of the above. I'm an 80s baby, so yes, I was spanked as a child. Handcuffed and shackled. Yeah, you're handcuffed when you get arrested. You're handcuffed every time they have to move you from jail to jail, which was a lot in my last bid. Like a lot. They had to handcuff me and take me out every few weeks. Walking in shackles is horrible. You walk like a penguin and it freaking hurts your ankles. I mean, I don't know. Thank you so much for the $10. But yeah, all of those things suck really bad. It's not worth it. A lot of you have asked me what this is on the back. It's for Super Chat. So all of you guys that donate in Super Chat, I put you on my wall. It's just like an extra way that I can just thank you for your added support. So all of you were like, what is that? Why are you writing names on the wall? That's what it is. Just something special I do with you guys. Yay, made alive. Yay. How long was it after you got out until you met Reese? I want to say like 7 months or so. The word purple does not rhyme with any other word in the English language. Snapple said so. Tweet that to Eminem. I bet he can make it rhyme with something. He's a genius. Oh my God, my friend Katie asked me this on Instagram. Hey Jessica, not sure if you've already talked about this, but what are your thoughts on Bernie Sanders saying inmates deserve the right to vote in prison? I don't know. I understand felons not being able to vote in prison. I would just be happy to vote outside of prison. And for those of you saying I can vote in certain states, I'm aware. I did apply to vote a year ago or two, and I was denied last year. I was denied last year to vote. And I have the paperwork, so don't say I'm lying. I would just love to vote outside of prison. Like legit, I'm gonna say it again. I think it's so important that we should all be able to vote. I don't understand felons not being able to vote. You're literally saying that like 6 million people in this country can't vote. Maybe it's more than that. Google it. Someone go Google and come back. G-Man with 279. 7cups.com. If you're struggling, reach out, folks. That's for mental health. And thank you so much for telling everyone that, G-Man. Yuri, hey girly, hey. We have a full house. Congrats. Thank you so much. $10 from Kara Howard. No comment or anything. Just bam, came in with $10. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I think there's one more. My name is Mackenzie. I love your channel. Question: do girls make toys in prison? I see you dropping hints, LOL. Thank you for the $4.99. We spilling tea. It's happening. You paid $5, I'm gonna tell you. So yes. Can't believe I'm telling you this. They do, and it's gross. Like, oh, okay. So it takes them hours and hours and hours and a ton of soap. Oh, so gross. Oh, so nasty. So they have to do it. They have to do it with like state issued soap because commissary won't give you 20 bars of soap. So like these girls will literally go around asking for everyone's state issued soap, you know what I mean, to get a whole bunch of them. And I don't even know the process because I thought it was so gross. But I would steal gloves for them to put over them. They wanted gloves from the nurse's station, and I was just really good at stealing things, so I would sell gloves for $5 a pop. There's a hustle everywhere you turn in jail. And when they find you with that, they're taking you to the hole. And that was not the contraband that was ever worth it to me. Keeping it real. If it was, I would just tell you guys. You know what I mean? I thought it was too disgusting. There's too many infections. I'm not with it. Like, no, gross. And I'm not willing to go to the hole over something so embarrassing because the whole compound's talking about it when you get busted for it. So, ew, no. But yes, girl, yes. 300 people in here and we only have 113 likes. Come on, you guys. I'm just kidding. You don't have to like it if you don't want to. What's the skull? I don't know. I just like him. I just like animals. It's not real. It's plastic. Don't come for me, PETA. It's fine. His name is Hank, and I just like him. I don't know. There's so many questions. I wish I could get to all of your questions. Oh my gosh. Do you have relapse nightmares or nightmares with your codependent ex? I have nightmares about drinking every night and dreams about my codependent ex who introduced me to each. I'm glad you asked me that because I did it first. I did for the first couple of years and I would have one reoccurring dream. I'm gonna do an entire video on it because it was so crazy. So stay tuned for that video. But just for the sake of this video, yeah, I have dreams about my codependent ex and he's actually given me permission to use his name. That was like 6 months ago when we talked last, so it still counts. Sorry about it. Me and my ex Randy were codependent together, and I do still have dreams, and they're never good. They're never good dreams. I wake up and I'm just like, oh my God, like I wake up exhausted if I have a bad dream about him. And that's just something Reese and I are really open with, and we talk to each other about if we have dreams about our exes. I think he has a lot more dreams than I do, so the next time I get him on live, I want him to share his experience with that because I think he definitely has more dreams of like being in that world than I do. Let me take a drink. I'm thirsty. I also think it just passes a little bit with time. Like it lessens the further you get away from that world, if that makes sense. So, in my opinion, I have to remember to keep adding that. In my opinion. That should just be the name of my channel. In my opinion. Melissa, Jess, I have a question, exclamation point. Your past has made you who you are today, but I'm curious, would you have changed anything looking back? It's a really good question, and the answer to that is no. I would not have changed anything because I learned from all of those mistakes, bad choices, whatever you want to call them, and it made me who I am today, and I'm so grateful for the person that I am today. So, no, I would not change anything. Amy, you paying attention, girl. Do you and Reese still work together? No, we do not. He's actually left that company that we met at, and he is in charge of an office here, and yeah, we don't work together anymore. We haven't worked together in 4 years, maybe more. Coming up on 5, 4, I don't know. It's been a minute. You were very good at this. Thought of being a TV journalist. Oh my, like, wow. It's so weird you said that. So I'm like showing you. Y'all saw it. I don't know why I'm showing you the phone. Yes, I wanted to be an unembedded journalist in Iraq. Isn't that so weird? That was like my only dream outside of the world that I dove myself into, but I was like hella young when we were at war and when the towers came down and everything. I thought it would be great to be an unembedded journalist. And what that means is not with the soldiers, because I understood at that young age that when you spend time with someone, psychologically, your opinion of them changes. So I just really wanted to go to Iraq, which is really strange. Obviously that didn't happen. I took a much different path, but yeah, that's so weird that you said that, because I like to write and maybe I liked Gilmore Girls and she wanted to be a journalist. I don't know, but I thought it'd be great to do that. And I was always big on watching news and all of that. I was all into it. I mean, Christiane Amanpour, hello. That's what I wanted to be. So that's so awesome you asked me that. I've been in recovery for years. You are awesome. Thank you for all your stories and inspiration. Thank you for watching, Amy, and all of you guys are so great. Jessica, you should write a book, and you and Christina. Also, how did you use me in jail? How did you guys meet in jail? Christina and I did not meet in jail. Christina just found me on YouTube, and it was about a month ago, and she's like, hey girl, you want to collab? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? Bam. And we talk every day, and she's so freaking awesome. I can't wait to meet her in person. That is my girl. We are soul sisters. She's just so great. Did we meet in jail? I gotta text her and be like, people think we met in jail, dude. That's awesome. How has getting jobs been affected by your convictions? I had a felony that was sealed and somehow it comes up every once in a while on my background checks. That sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry that it comes up because it should not come up. So I left my job where Reese and I met because I got another job, and I told them about my history. I told them about my past. I told them I was a felon. I signed my offer letter. I took my drug test. I did all the paperwork, bought new clothes. Then they said, oh, sorry, you can't work here until you've been felony free for 7 years. And I'm like, I just quit my job. Ugh, it was so frustrating. So I applied for another job and another job and another job. They all told me no, and I couldn't get a job. So then I just decided, you know what? I'm so sick of these roadblocks for felons. I'm just tired of it. I'm gonna go back to school, get my bachelor's degree, and I'm gonna work in rehab or prison or anywhere that'll take me, juvie, anywhere. I don't care. I'll work with felons. I'll help felons. I'll inspire felons. This was almost 4 years ago now, and now I'm on YouTube. So I always knew I was gonna tell my story. I just didn't know on what platform or when or why or how that would manifest. And we on YouTube now. Like, it's mind-blowing how life just works. You know what I mean? I had no idea I was gonna be on YouTube or sharing like my most intimate stories of my life and my darkest moments with you guys, but I know that it's gonna help someone, and that is literally the only reason I do it. Oh my God, I just got a notification. It said, Peter Munn mentioned you in their story. Oh, he's just so great. I love him. I love him. $5 from Holly Ross. For such a young lady, you such an amazing, inspiring woman. Thank you so much. And I appreciate all of that. I send all of that love right back to you. I love that I can inspire you guys for a few minutes or 38 minutes. I love it. I love YouTube. I love you guys. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Excuse me. I'm sorry that I burped. I have been screaming and crying and elated and overwhelmed with emotion since a week ago. Like a week ago, I was at 3,000 subscribers and now we're at like 16. It's just like, it's mind-blowing, you guys. And it's been so hard to film because all I want to do is scream and cry in your face. And I'm trying to make videos and be like a normal person, but I can't. Like, I can't even focus on it because I'm just like, ugh, like I just want to scream. And so it's been really hard to focus, but that's so great. And I'm just so blessed for each and every single one of you. And that is why I take the time to respond to all of your messages and your emails, because I think that's so important to me. So if you DM me, give me a yellow heart. I respond to all of you guys. I think it's vital. I think it's so important to have a recovery, prison, lifestyle channel and be interactive with you guys. So if I can give you all my time and save your life or inspire you or motivate you or encourage you or help you, then I'm all about it. So It's been a little emotional this past week and a half, but I love you guys so much. Actually, it's Friday, right? So it's been 1 week today. Y'all, ugh. Oh my gosh. Hold on, wait. Oh my gosh, someone's being inappropriate. Just escort him out. It's all good. $1 from Jenica Lynn. Thank you, girl. Oh, your picture is so beautiful. You and your husband. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Amber, see, I told you you're going to blow up. Ugh. Did I ever get picked on in the hood for trapping as a white girl? You know, I was going to do a whole video on this. I don't even know why I read that comment of all comments, but I have always been underestimated, talked crap to, told I wasn't anything, told that I couldn't make it in that world because I was a female. And I knew the stereotype. I know that's a man's world. I was never alone. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all more stories about that life, about being a female dealer, because it was crazy. And I knew I'd never get the same respect as a man. And that's why I ran deep, if y'all know what I'm saying. I had some people with some stuff and I was not alone. Because I knew, I know I weigh 110 pounds. I'm aware. So I was very careful on how I did things. But stay tuned, you guys. Yes, I did. Since addiction runs on both sides, do you ever worry that your children may struggle in the same way you did? Much love. I worry every single day as a mother that they're gonna struggle in the same way. Yep. I think just as a mother, you just worry in general. You know what I mean? Like I'm always worried about them. Always. I think Micah might be okay. You know, it's that little one. We got to keep watching. You never know. Ooh. What made you decide to become a YouTuber and share your story? I didn't make a video and post it to YouTube with the idea it would be a YouTube channel. I didn't even know that verbiage. I posted a video for my family and friends, and also because I was working with a reentry class in Arkansas, and because I couldn't physically go in, the person told me no, just because of a warrant that I had. I was making videos for that class. And my family was also asking me a lot of questions, so I thought, I'm gonna post the video to YouTube, and then the reentry teacher can steal it off of YouTube and show it in the class, which I did for almost a year. And then strangers started watching me. Obviously, you posted something on the internet, strangers can find it. So I made one video, and one video turned into 7, and then 7 turned into 25, and then it turned into 200, and boom, here we are. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with this. I'm just gonna keep sharing my story. And that's why my earlier videos are so stiff, because I was just terrified. I had no idea what to say or do or anything. I had no idea what details I could divulge, because a lot of stuff is illegal and some things I haven't been charged with. So a lot of stuff I really can't tell you legally. So I was scared on all fronts. I was scared about what my family would think, what my friends would think, if my family would be embarrassed that I was putting all of this dirty laundry out there. You know what I mean? But I just kind of ignored it and just said, you know what? I feel something here. Like, I just feel like I meant to share my story and it felt right. So 5 months later, here we are. I hope that answers that question. And now I'm obsessed with YouTube. I have dreams of certain like intros, like Christina Randall's intro gets stuck in my head. If you are a returning subscriber, it gets stuck in my head all day. Like, that's how cute that is. Have you told your children that you were in prison? Love your videos. Yes, I have. They know if you break the rules, you go to adult timeout. So they know you go to jail. And it's funny, recently they've been like running up to me and handing me tickets. Like, here's your ticket, you're in trouble. So they know you have to follow the rules. So yes. I also saw someone, it's gone now because it's going so fast. I saw someone ask if I'm gonna talk to them about addiction. Yes, I think it's so important to have an open conversation and open dialogue with your kids. I'm gonna get to like 2 more questions and then I'm gonna jet, guys. It's so important to have an open conversation with your kids, even when it's not comfortable to do so. And I mean that. I couldn't go to my parents and like tell them everything. I actually felt like I had to hide everything from my parents, and that's not the kind of relationship that I want to have with my kids. So I think it's hella important to talk to them about really uncomfortable things like sex, like drugs, like all the things that they are going to experience in life. They need to hear that from their parents, not from kids in the 8th grade. First live stream, yay! Courtney Jones, how are you, girl? Here's your ticket. They're so cute. Riley does it. Riley does it all the time. Here's your ticket, and her little baby voice. Oh, it's adorable. Okay, 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna go. Let me scroll up. Are you ever worried that people you were involved with in New York will get jealous, pissed at your videos just because they're bitter? Yup. Yup, because I have a couple of friends in the hood that I still talk to, in my hood, and they tell me, like, you got brought up in conversation, they're talking about you, they're watching your videos. I hear it all the time. I'm still a little in tune with things going on because I have a couple, like 2 people that I still talk to like that, you know? And it's funny, overwhelmingly, I've gotten a positive response, and I've gotten nothing but praise and congratulations for my recovery and my success. But there's always one, right? So I have heard, not to my face, but I've heard through the grapevine that there is some hate or bitterness or animosity, and that's okay. I think it's good to have haters because it means you're doing something right. So you just ignore those haters and you keep pressing on. Do not let them affect your life or your happiness or your peace. Just keep doing you. If they're hating, you're doing something right. Brittany, first lives, I'm such a fan of yours. I'm a fan of yours. I love you guys. How'd you start dealing? I'm gonna do a video on that, don't you worry. Okay. $1.99. Do you ever feel like you could slip into your old ways? Absolutely not. I am so grounded and I am so set in my recovery because I have built a life I am so proud of and I am not willing to sacrifice. And I think that is key. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection. And you have to build a life so far away from that old life that it seems like a bad dream. And that's what I've done. I really like that question. Okay, I keep saying one more, like one more, I swear. You guys are just asking really good questions. It's so hard to get off of a live stream because I want to answer every single comment and question. Any advice with struggling with motivation? I'm a procrastinator. I'm probably the wrong person to ask. Reese would be a good one. Save that for the next time Reese comes on. Is your life boring now compared to what it was? Yeah, I'm so boring. What time is it now? 8? 8:18, I would just be getting ready. I'd just be in the shower to go out. My life is so boring now. I'm like dying to go to sleep and it's 8 p.m. So yes, my life is so boring, but in the best way. Now I just play Play-Doh and play Legos and raise my babies and I'm a full-time student and it's boring, but I love it. I love the peace and I love that it's not so hectic and it's not chaotic. And I know that the DTF is not gonna knock down my door and take my freaking stuff. They take all the stuff that's worth stuff, like my laptop and my electronics. Cops will take that TV off the wall. I swear, they will. Any advice on anything besides AA or NA to stay sober? They're too judgmental because you take something to stay sober. Don't tell them. Find another meeting. I found that it's just best not to go around telling everyone what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just focus on you. I think you're doing amazing. And if that meeting is judging you, girl, that's not the or boy, girl, who, hold on one second. Oh, I have no idea. You find a different meeting. You find a different meeting because those are not your people, okay? So I would not go back to that meeting if they're judging you for needing medicine for your addiction. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Lucy, did you love Randy? Do you miss him? Yes and no. I did love him. I do not miss him. I thought that was what love was until I met someone that showed me that love does not hurt. It's not drama. Like, I don't know, Reese kind of just taught me how to trust and love, and that wasn't it. I was really young. I was really young with Randy, and I just thought I'm supposed to chase you all around town. I thought you were supposed to steal my stuff. I thought all this drama and the fighting was it, No, it's not. So I'm in a very good, healthy relationship now, so I do not miss him. Thank you so much for inspiring me to make a channel. Yes, if you want to make a channel, go make that channel and then send me a link so I can watch it. It's a little scary, but it's so great. You never know what can happen. I mean, look at me, normal person, and my channel is exploding. So just push forward. Let fear motivate you. Never let fear stop you, because the best things never happen by staying inside your comfort zone. So push outside of that. If you want to start a YouTube channel, go start that YouTube channel. Click off my channel and go make a video. And just know that that first video is probably going to be trash. You're probably going to hate it. It's probably going to be the worst thing in your mind, but we are so self-critical. My old videos are like so stiff. Like, I used to be on drugs and now I'm not. Ugh, terrible. So just go for it. You are your own worst critic. So just know the rest of us think it's good and you just won't think it's good at first. So give yourself that time, learn as you go. I'm sure it's going to be great, and just keep pushing. Do you all sign slips? I remember those days signing those slips for AA or NA. Yes, Reese will be on another live. I'm getting better. Thanks, homie. It's a learning curve for sure. YouTube takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and I did not know how much work it takes to be a YouTuber, but oh my God. If y'all even know, my daughters are 6.5 and 2.5, and their birthday is in June. What kind of camera are you using? It's great quality. You ready? You're not gonna believe this. It's a Galaxy Note 9. It's my cell phone. I am streaming from my cell phone, you guys. So you don't need fancy equipment to start YouTube. You need a phone, a little boom mic, and some lighting. That's it. You can start a YouTube channel for under $50. DM me on Instagram. I got you. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. Please have a really good weekend. Stay safe, stay sober. If you need me, you can always message me on Instagram. My handle is JessKen12. I will put it in the description box after I get off this live stream. I didn't do it when I started because I'm lazy. And my email will be there too if you don't have Instagram. And I will try my absolute best to get back to you. If it is super urgent, please put that in the urgent message. Please say that in the, what's it called? Subject. So I see it faster if it's like a really time sensitive thing, but I will try my best to get back to every single one of you. It's so important to me. So have a really good weekend, you guys. I love you all, and I will see you next time.